All right, Roland joins us again on the left on Death and Taxes, and I am on the right with Maverick. Urion has been revealed, a Once Upon a Time has been cast, and we are underway. Quite a showdown, me versus Roland. Wow. Should have sold tickets for this. Yeah, 5-Speed saying it was you all along. Yeah. I am. I'm hidden in the queue sometimes, and sometimes Twitch chat votes for me. If you're watching this later on YouTube, Twitch chat, our live chat, votes round by round which matches we will watch on stream. And I don't tell people who's playing. Sometimes we get to see me play. Sometimes we get to see Force of Phil. Sometimes it's other people. It's Roland. Oh, man. All right, Cervelle puts an Orcish Bowmaster in the graveyard. Wasteland hits the shadowy backstreet.
Going to Alistair Shepherd.
Kiviak with a great question. How good does it feel having Once Upon a Time in your opening hand? I love that card. I'm such a fan of Once Upon a Time. It's like one of my favorite cards from the past couple of years. Am I crazy?
Go.
It's kind of unfortunate it had to be banned in other formats, but I'm a big fan of Once Upon a Time. Yeah, it's banned in Modern, banned in Pioneer. Roland has played a Vial. Orcish Bowmaster.
Sure. Justin, good seeing you, man. Sure. Yep. See you next year. See you next year. How about you?
See you next year. Oh, my God.
Super 2? Sure. Hey, try it over.
Base 7.
All right, finally got some green mana. There's Dryad Arbor. One charge counter on the Vial. There is a little bit of a situation where in this matchup, Bowmaster is often a removal spell. Can remove Mother of Runes, can remove Thalia, can remove... You get the idea. Pings a Flicker Wisp here and there. An opponent's Bowmaster. I got a little aggressive here. Let's see how that plays out. If you have been seeing me play on the channel, or have played against me at events or whatever, I'm the type of player that takes some risks, keeps some hands that are borderline. I tend to be a little bit more of a risk taker than other players, maybe. Try to get the most out of the cards I'm playing. Usually it works out. So I guess I'm a little bit of an aggressive Magic player. I guess I would say. I was an aggressive athlete. I played baseball in high school. I was always trying to steal bases. Did martial arts. I was aggressive in that. I guess it also shows I'm a Magic player. All right, Bowmaster hits Dryad Arbor. Good play for Roland. Cut off a green, cut off a black now.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
That's a 1, right? Yeah. Just 1. Yep.
Yep, that is a one charge counter on the Vial.
Myself, exiling 2. I'll show you those.
Oh, sure.
Attacking with Bowmaster and a 1/1 Orc Army. Roland has the same thing on his side.
Shallow Ring died for Voidmos.
Yeah. 7.
Both you once, twice.
Do either of these decks run Thalia in 2025? My build does not. Roland's does. We saw it in a previous match on today's stream.
Woodland. I don't know.
Guardian of Thraben, to me at this point, feels like it has some competition for 2-drop slots in these Vile and Zenith decks. Zumizawa's Jitte. Roland attacks for 2. Vile on 2. All right, found a basic swamp. Play it, pass, Vile activated. Roland finds Lion Sash, or puts onto the battlefield a Lion Sash. Wow. Do Legacy players even know what the reconfigure mechanic is? Like, do they have any idea what that even is? I don't think they do. Like, I dare you to tell me what the reconfigure mechanic does. I dare you. They just have no idea. All right, blocking an Orc army with an Orc army. They'll trade. Jitte gets 2 counters no matter what here. All right, Vile is ticked up to 3. I'm hoping that Roland being stuck on mana a little bit. Found basic forest. All right, I've assembled Tron, I guess. Here's Watchful Radstag. Do Legacy players even know what the evolve mechanic is? They have no idea what that is. Never even heard of it.
Evolve whenever a creature enters battlefield. If that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +2 on it.
All right, Watchful Radstag passed the turn. Roland removes a counter, targeting the Radstag. Removes another counter, targeting the Radstag. Endurance in response. Pitching, Noble Hierarch.
If that resolved, this would become a copy of that?
Like, you know, Greek Gambit.
Is that what it is?
He would get a something counter, and then you would copy itself.
Then it would copy this.
It would copy itself.
Copy itself. Yeah.
Yeah, so Watchful Radstag, if Endurance resolves here, we'll get a Post-Almost counter, and then whenever it evolves, it copies itself. It does not copy Endurance. Endurance in response to the last charge counter on Jitte being removed, targeting Radstag. So I'm going to grow this Radstag out of Jitte range and then copy it. Roland's responding with a Solitude.
Sure. Yeah, you can't slow roll it.
Like, you know. So it was, yeah, I played last.
So my plan is getting foiled here a little bit. Solitude pitching Flicker Wisp, and then a Vile. Flicker Wisp. Okay, Solitude is targeting Radstag. Then Roland's viling in.
Targeting that with that on the stack. Activating. I'll flicker this out. So
that comes back against that. This will get exiled. I'm gonna gain 2 life.
Yep.
This will target.
This one.
Thinking about endurance.
Yep.
I'll just not target either of us, I don't think.
Yeah, I actually should have gained 1 life there. Good point by Azak. A little bit of a confusing stack here. All right, Solitude comes back, removes our Bowmaster. Roland's has a whole bunch of creatures now.
Go ahead.
That did not work out for me, it's safe to say. I thought I had a way to get the Radstag up and running and give Roland a really hard time. But Roland had Solitude. And Flicker Wisp, which just made the situation even worse. Jitte is going to equip itself to Flicker Wisp now. And Roland's going to attack for a bunch of damage.
Trigger.
2 counters on the Jitte.
I'm gonna say you got this one. Okay.
All right, scooping it up. That looked like Roland had it, so I just would rather move on. Roland takes game 1.
Are you officially revealing companion?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, Roland is officially revealing the companion. I just had to check.
Yep. So
What's one time?
Once upon a time. I just had to check. You really never know. Here's Ignoble Hierarch, and it gets played.
Go.
And it's a goblin. I've been getting messages from people. "Look, Chris, why aren't you playing goblins?" I am. Look, there's a goblin. Leave me alone. Here's Surveil.
It freezes.
Sure.
Is the clock paused?
Stop the clock. Oh.
All right, the screen on in the LGS that keeps the clock was frozen for a second. Shadowy Backstreet Surveil. Roland leaves it on top. Very interesting. Second Bayou. Fiend Artisan. Attack for 1.
Good.
That is a 1/1.
It's currently 1/1, yeah. It's like a Zenith ability. Sorcerer's Rift. Sack creature.
It is like a Zenith ability. Fiend Artisan, a cool card. Roland, it looks like, thinking about getting this Fiend Artisan off the table.
So Bowmaster.
Yep.
Okay, Bowmaster. Roland a little bit worried about endurance after how game 1 played out.
Endurance last turn. So
Death from Above says, do you run prime time in this deck? I do not. I get asked sometimes about, like, 5, 6, even 7 mana creatures. It's hard to even Zenith for 3 sometimes with Maverick. It's like, it's not that. The deck doesn't really make a lot of mana, surprisingly. All right, Solitude and Bowmaster basically remove my team. A Flicker Wisp was pitched. And that's where we are. Roland has a Bowmaster and an Orc Army. I have no creatures on the board at the moment. After playing 2 on the first 2 turns. So that's a little sad. Bird's Paradise pass a turn after a Bajuka Bog just exile Solitude. Not super important. Just making land drops.
Interesting starts, that's for sure.
19.
All right, Roland will attack. I will not block. Jitte. Okay. That means that was Jitte. Arid Mesa gets correct.
Yep.
Roland playing Death and Taxes for a while. The builds in current Legacy move back and forth between having black, having red. Looks like Roland's running both black and red. And obviously white. There's a lot of new cards making the cut in Legacy Death and Taxes these days. There's Mother of Runes. And we're at a point right now where you can't really tell what will be in your opponent's Death and Taxes deck. Bowmaster comes in now to remove the Mother of Runes. It would be nice to be able to do that when Roland tries to equip, but that's not really an option I have at the moment. Because the Mother of Runes would just protect. Or at least it could.
Yeah, I'm not beating anything, so.
Master response.
Sorry.
Aha! Second Bowmaster. And try and remove the creature that Omizawa's Jitte is trying to equip itself to. A 1/1 Orc Army. Rolling with only 1 mana open. Okay, Orc Army grows to a 2/2. Roland's Orc Army is gone. Arid Mesa gets played. Alright, passing the turn. Roland still has that Jitte, though, which is a problem. But it looks like I'm holding a copy of Abrupt Decay. Attacking for 4.
For 4?
What was the card that you picked?
I would be more than fine for Roland to trade a Bowmaster here with one of mine. Roland takes 4.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's correct for me to bring?
Arid Mesa gets cracked. Maybe Roland's going to surveil again.
Actually, not the charge. Are these good against you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, this is the right check.
Surveil.
What is that? I'm not playing around that. Yeah.
Backstreet's back, says Roland. Shadowy Backstreet. And let's see what Roland does with the top card of the deck.
If I saw that.
Surveil?
Yeah, survival.
I think I'm gonna try Sickening Shawl. That's probably better. I'm playing a lot of like high CMC black cards, so.
Oh, for sure. Even getting rid of like the 2 mana.
All right, Roland left it on top. Draws for turn.
Oh yeah, sure. And then I don't bring in swords.
3.
I feel like if I'm
3 cards in my hand. Looks like one of them is Abrupt Decay. One of them is Doorkeeper Thrall, I believe.
Yeah, by all means, better than like.
oh right.
Okay, in response to the equip, I will Abrupt Decay the Orcish Bomb, the Jitte.
Not just houses.
There's not even L. There's just Quarian Rangers and.
Oh yeah, like they're calling it
cards.
that because like, yeah, like a lot of like.
Has
triggers.
Cradle.
Yeah.
2 cards left in my hand.
Good
Step,
stuff.
cast,
so
Doorkeeper
this
Throw.
deck
End step Doorkeeper Thrall. It's good against the equipments like Cauldron Complete and Batterskull. It's good against the ETB creatures like Flickerwisp, Recruiter of the Guard, Stoneforge, etc. Doorkeeper Thrall, a nice little sideboard treat in my list. Stops living weapon, in case anybody didn't know.
Do you have old school decks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. This is the nicest thing anyone's ever asked me. I'll just take mine. Yeah.
Alright.
Attacking for 5.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll take the one.
Chump blocking the 2/2 had me a little puzzled.
Oh, I see.
They were playing sideboard games, so.
Robert saying I should attack with Birds of Paradise. That's very interesting. Plague Engineer.
Yeah. So,
human.
Milk control.
All right, naming human, passing the turn. Roland. Chump blocking with Bowmaster has me a little worried about split up here. I know that these Death and Taxes decks tend to run 1 or 2 of those in the sideboard. This is a Urion deck, so we're a little bit less likely to see one of. So I'm taking risks. Wrath of the Skies, though, with X equaling 2, blows up most of my board. Plague Engineer remains, though. It is naming human.
Old school brawl, but then like.
2.
That got me like interested in like actual like old school, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, okay, yeah, there's like one deck that's considered the best, but like if you actually go to a tournament, like.
Collect a Roof to follow up. Doesn't really do a lot at the moment.
Like
And people want to.
like yes, it doesn't lose, but it doesn't.
Swords on the Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer's gone.
So, what that deck does is win 1 game in 40 minutes.
Yeah. With just mission.
1 card left in my hand. Roland has 3 plus Urion as a companion.
Sorry, so.
Yeah.
That Wrath of the Skies was pretty damn good.
Yeah, so this is mono black mid range. And then do a couple of these and maybe switch up to red-green aggro.
Did they test Wrath of the Skies for 1v1? Does anybody know? Can someone check? I don't feel like it was tested. Here's Recruiter.
Is that on?
Yeah.
What is my pen? I just put it away. Did I put it in here? I did. Alright, cool. So we have a play. Yeah, you, so like, with these decks, yeah, like, these definitely trying to
Recruiter gets to stick around with Plague Engineer gone. Looking through the library. What does Roland want to find here? Flicker Wisp. Okay.
For protection, plus mods, but there's no like, you don't really do anything. But you are a control deck, you're not gonna have like, you're not attacking.
Yeah. Does it play?
Attacking with the oof, that'll reduce Roland's life total to 6. That is a Caracas. Have white mana once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go like, cool things like, like Sinbad plus, Philippines to combo with
Yeah.
free on top.
I'm so excited to play this.
Nice. I don't know.
Is this right? I'm above 21.
Yeah, because I swords or solitude.
Okay. That in Magic last year. Like trio.
Go ahead and say for one.
1, 2, 3.
All right, Recruiter attacks. Now Roland will Flicker Wisp. Gonna get to search again with Recruiter. And then Mother of Runes.
If this one can protect
Then a Wasteland and Grafdigger's Cage. All right, so Recruiter will trigger.
Yeah, reveal. Black, play, Black Knight.
Grafdigger's Cage shuts off my Zenith. I don't think I've Zenith yet in this match, have I? Stoneforge Mystic is selected by Roland.
Factory. Library Tower. Yeah, which doesn't I do that?
Factory reveal.
This is brand new, right? Yeah.
Yep. Brand new
Brand new Mother of Runes is going to get swords here before it can get online. And then that's going to turn back to Roland, who has a Stoneforge Mystic in hand. Found last turn by the Recruiter.
These decks are built with only restricted strip line, so only one.
Oh, okay. Or for Ivory Tower.
Yep. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. It resolves. I chose not to force of will it. It resolves.
So you're gonna get a
pre-war formalware.
Okay.
Okay, Roland looks for and finds pre-war formalware. Okay. Wasteland gets fired off, hitting my Caracas. It's been announced. Caracas down. Cut me off a white. Roland will then cast pre-war formalware.
Shit.
And a little bit of a misplay here by Roland. The pre-roll firmware is shut off by his own case. Roland a little bit like, what am I doing? All right, so pre-roll firmware does nothing. And it will target Mother of Runes, and Mother of Runes will stay in the trash. So I caught a little break here. Roland messed up a little bit. Flicker Wisp attacks. I dropped to 17. All right, passing the turn to Roland. I have one card in hand, it looks like. Roland just drew his only card in hand at the moment. Yeah, Maverick always has Force of Will. That's right.
Oh, in that game one time.
You gave one last. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I cast swords.
Okay.
Okay, Yuri on to hand. Plays an Iron Mesa, cracks it. I'm a bit relieved that Roland didn't look for Cauldron Complete. Got a little cute. Forgot about the Grafdigger's Cage. Trying to equip here. I'm reminding that Collector Roof shuts that off. Roland a little flustered, maybe. Verdant Catacombs, correct.
Like,
No. Okay, so my way to do it is like hold it like this. Like when you're like about a foot in and just let it go. I don't know, but like do it like like make sure you're actually.
so realistic.
Okay, Force of Vigor on end step. Removing pre-roll firmware and Grafdigger's Cage. They're gone.
Did I just search
Yeah,
it?
it's destroy target. Yeah, you're on pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, too much holiday celebrations. Roland's a little bit running on fumes here, maybe. All right, so Urion is in Roland's hand now. That's the card. Lone card in Roland's hand. Urion has a problem.
You could absolutely solve it.
He's mad he lost.
My life total was
Yeah, I got his swords, but you got this one.
All right, scooping a Urion. GG's. Roland gets it. Well played. And I'll get him next time.